everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another plan with me inside the 52 weeks planner, kids memory keeping, and we are here with the Christmas horror box, the year of horror, the last one. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe we are here. This is crazy, so crazy. Okay, so I have a lot to go through here, and I think the best way is to just kind of jump in. We'll do our plan with me, which we're going to end up planning for Christmas, which is the 25th through the 31st. So I wanted this kit to be on Christmas Day, and I can't believe it. This year has flown by. It has just flown by. So we have so much to go on here. So let's go ahead and get started. So everything that you're about to see is going to be coming in the Christmas horror box. Now there are some things like what we've done in the past where it's just something at random, like a color or you know, whatever it may be. That's going to also happen as well. So be mindful of that, and we'll just kind of go through this. So let's go ahead and start with this little bit of stuff right here. That way I can move it out of the way and everything. So you will get this washi card. So look at that scene. I mean, okay, first and foremost, like the whole Grinchy stuff going on. I know that's not like a classic horror character, but it had to be in this. It just had to be in this. I mean, he's I don't know. It just felt right. Like I can't get my words out to just express how much I needed to have that little ode to it all in this kit. So there is the front part, and then the back part looks like this. So you have all those dark ornaments and stuff. So last washi card that you will get for the year. So if you have bought every single one, you will have 12 washi cards, which will fit perfectly in your album that you got in the very first box. Okay, so there's that. This time we will go with 6 die cuts. And so you have the Secret Santa exchange. You have, where can I set these? There we go. You have some stockings. You have your banner, a nice little Christmas carousel, obviously the broken lights, because why would we have working lights? I mean, these guys want the broken stuff, right? And then some presents that are, this is the loving way that our favorite horror characters love to wrap their presents, okay? All right, then we have washi. So every box this year has come with washi. It has been so much fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the washi as well. So let me show you what this design looks like here. So very much the green. Sometimes I just can't quite pill up the washi to get it started. So there is, you can definitely tell that there's kind of like some Grinchy ornaments going on there, which I'm not sorry about. So yeah, I'm gonna say that. And then your 10mm foiled one, and this one is foiled in like your classic, is this hollow? I think this is hollow. I thought it was silver, but it's coming off hollow. I've had these for so long because I've ordered them so long ago. But yep, there it is. It is rainbow hollow. I mean, come on, you got to have some of that. So it says, have a merry, scary Christmas. You've got some ornaments in there, and it's so much fun. So those are the 2 washis that you will get. And then all kits, well, all boxes always come with the date dot squiggles and the B6 washi. So we have there. Let's jump into the kit, and then we'll get into the stuff that's off over here that's going to be more kind of just at random, like what we do. So sticking true to how we have done the box this year, you've got your standard vertical and you've got your journaling kit. So here's page 1. Look at that washi. Is that not so much fun? Like classic, like ugly Christmas sweater, but with skulls and spider webs and crossbones. I love it. So page 1. Page 2, look at the fun little pumpkin Santas. Yes, please. Okay, page 2, and then you have page 3. And then moving into the full kit, here are your full boxes. There you can see the full scene. That is what you get on the washi card. And then you have every other little bits going on in here. washi page. So we definitely have the skulls and crossbones, but also some Christmas. That's what we want. Page 2, your checklist, sidebar, deco, weekend banners, half boxes, third boxes. Here is your good look at what the color is going to look like. So definitely some like ode to some like classic Christmas, vintage Christmas. And then let's, you know, get a little bit more cool toned and stuff, but still bright and cheerful. Well, that's what we're gonna have, okay? Solid boxes, patterned boxes, and then finally your date covers and glitter headers, okay? So that is what we have for the kit, and we are going to do a plan with me like we always do and stuff. But here is where the fun part comes in. So I was trying to like sit and think, what could we add in that would make this more fun? So we have done like our St. Patrick's Day one had a glass that you could, you know, one of those beer can glasses. It's not a beer can, but that's what they're called. They're called beer can glasses. And we did that, and I figured that was perfect for St. Patrick's Day. That kind of like went in with that vibe. For Mother's Day, we did Mother's Day cards. So the Mother's Day one had Mother's Day cards. Labor Day, you guys got a mouse pad because working Labor Day. On Halloween, we did the wax melts and you guys got candy. So keeping it with all that fun vibes there. Like I'm just trying to pick out here and there. Oh, July, so it was summer reading. You got a bookmark. So every month has been very like strategic for what other things we add into it. Want it to be very much for that month, but something you can also use at other times, right? So this month is no exception. So like Thanksgiving, you guys got a towel that you can put up that has your family rules and stuff. So Christmas is not going to be anything different. And I've wanted to, for a very long time, do wax seal stamps, okay? I was like, but they have to be Christmas because I'm just going to set you guys up. Like we're going to go into this new obsession together. Okay. But we're going to take baby steps. So I have, let's see, I have so many different colors here. So this is where it's going to get a little bit random. Okay. The handles will come, you will get one at random. Okay. But they're not big handles, as you can tell, like sitting in my hand. I've got pretty tiny hands too. They're not huge handles. So these are going to be easy to store someplace. They're not going to take up a ton of room. They, you know, are going to fit in the palm of your hands and your fingers really, really well. Okay. So I have right here 8 different colors. I guess I should probably like stack them like this. So at random, you will get one colored handle, okay? And then you will also get at random one of the wax seal stamps. This wants to roll off. It's like, come on, let's go. It's ready to call your house its home. All right. And then here, and I'll show you what I did. So I went ahead and I did a whole bunch of different ones, like different colors and everything. And then I colored them in with like a silver marker. So you could kind of see. So we have a snowman, you have your jingle bells, we have a reindeer, Christmas tree, Merry Christmas, and then you have Santa. Okay, and then, so you will get one of those stamps at random. And then you will also get, because I have a big old collection of wax beads here for your wax seals. At random, you will get a sampling of beads so that you can get started right away. So I figured since we'll be sending out Christmas cards, and even if you're not sending out Christmas cards, this would be something fun to do. You know, you could do it on like the front on your tab. You could do the wax seal there to kind of like show that this is what you're doing. You could, if you want to be obsessed with like me and get some wax seal beads, you can go ahead and do that. And then you have your own stamp here so that you can, you know, do all your Christmas cards with it on there. And like I said, I just took a silver marker and just colored in the tops once it was cooled, and that way I could see the design a little bit better. And I kind of went 2 to 3 tone on all of the beads. So you'll probably get 2 different colors of beads because if you have 3, I noticed it did kind of muddy up a little bit. So I figured, so these are like 3 and then these are only 2, and I like the two colors better. So that's what we've got. So let me move this stuff out of the way and let's get started on a plan with me. Okay, let me get these out of the way. I've got to set these. I don't want to like take them all at once because chances are with my tiny hands and me moving, I'll end up dropping and there'll be a big crash, boom, bang over off to the side. And like, we don't have time for that today. We do not have time for that. So let's move all this stuff out of the way. Die cuts over here. Date dots will be used for the monthly. So I always take, and I'll show you what I have done. So is October's? October's is not done. I really need to do October's. So I take the bottom washi of each of the kits, and then I take the 10mm washi, this washi right here, and I create my monthly kit. And that's how I do it. So you can see, I can come back to November's. I use the washi down at the bottom. It gives me a little bit more room to play with stuff, and that is what we're going to do. So, okay, let's see here. Let me grab all of my stuff, get these all in order the way that I like them, and we can get started. Okay, journaling kit is going to move off to the side because I am not going to use the journaling kit during this, but let's get started. Okay, let's flip this open here. I cannot believe we are, oh, and how did I do it last month? Did I just go? Yep, I just went right up to that edge. I cannot believe we are here at, it's not going to be long, and we're going to be going into November. So this is insane. So these boxes I have really tried to put out at least 6 weeks ahead of the holiday, if not 8 weeks, to kind of give like time and planning for you so that you're able to let's see, can we, oh, look at that, that's gonna be perfect. It's almost like it was planned that way. Maybe it was, I don't know, we'll see. But that turned out perfect to have that little banner going on right there. I love it. So these will stay up also well into next year, pretty much until they sell out. So some boxes have sold better than others, and that's just typical with any box. So if this was something that was not within your budget this year and it's something you've really wanted to do, don't fear. Let's see, how can I do this? We'll line it up. Don't fear, because I am going to keep them up for a little bit longer. So, and they will come down in the order that they were put up. So like when it's time, January's will come down, and I will send out a newsletter letting you guys know that they are going away, you know, as that time comes. I mean, they can't stay in the shop indefinitely because of the washi aspect and the other little aspects of things. So I can't have them just stay up in the shop indefinitely, but I can have them stay up until they do sell out. So that is something that is there. If you are like, man, I really wanted to do it this year, but it just wasn't in the budget, don't fear. I've got your back. I've got your back. All right, let's see. What are we going to, do I want to do down here? Because we are going to put the box. This is always hard. This one is always hard. I'm kind of feeling, let's do the skull down here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. That was my first thought, and I'm going to kind of go with that. Go with your first instinct. It's not going to let you down. Not going to let you down. Okay. So this week has been an interesting week. Ooh, do I do patterns or do I do glitter? Ooh. I feel like the pattern might get a little crazy though. Let's stick with glitter. Let's stick with glitter. I don't know. I can never decide. Once I think I know what I'm doing, I'm always like, nope, I should have done it, or I should have gone with the patterns, but we're gonna stick with glitter. So we've had a couple interesting days. We actually just made the decision the other day. So we have really been trying not to buy a new vehicle, or even like a used vehicle. And when I say used vehicle, not something that's like 4,000 or 5,000, you know, a little bit more than that. We do have a permit driver in the house. We do need another vehicle. We need something more reliable. The vehicle my husband currently drives, he came home on Monday and he was like, the car is dead. I barely limped it here. I could not get it out of second gear. I had my flashers on the entire time. It's dead. We can't do this. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay, well, at least it lasted as long as it did. Like, that I'm extremely thankful for. It lasted as long as it did. Which is what we needed it for. We needed it to last that long so that, you know, we could get moved. The kids could do their stuff that needed to be done. So I'm not mad at the fact that it, you know, died. It was going to. Yeah. So he barely limped it home, and we've been trying not to purchase a new vehicle, you know, of any size, even if it's like a newer vehicle to us. And obviously with it dying, well, when we were out and about with our friends last week, we were coming home, and I don't know if and I think I talked about this earlier in the week on a video. I mean, you guys got spoiled this week with videos. I'm just saying, there was a lot of videos that ended up going up this week, which is, I'm not sorry once again, but just know that happens every couple of months. Things just align where they're supposed to, and things align just where they're supposed to, and everything just kind of falls on 1 week. So it's just how it happens. So anyways, we were out and about with our friends. We were driving, and I think I mentioned it earlier in the week, but I'm not 100% sure, so I will just say it again. As we were coming down the hill, my husband starts braking and our car starts revving. Don't know if maybe the accelerator got stuck or anything. We had an appointment to go. We have not been able to replicate the issue. So I am thinking that it was just the accelerator did get kind of stuck for a minute. And stuff, because we've not been able to replicate the issue. So we did have an appointment with the mechanic, but because my husband's vehicle died, it was like, what do I do if I take it into the mechanic? Now we are completely out of a vehicle and have no way to get to and fro anywhere. So since we've not been able to replicate the issue and no issue has been happening, we just canceled our appointment with the mechanic for now, and stuff. So we are in the market for a vehicle. Can I just say that car shopping is the bane of my existence? I hate it. I hate car shopping. Oh, and we've done this a few times, and we were joking about it because we ended up going to a couple of dealerships last night, and ended up talking, you know, my husband was like, I've been around this block, and I was starving, which was like rule number 1 when you go car shopping with me, make sure that I'm fed. That's the very first thing that needs to happen. I'm not a fan of car salesmen. I get what they have to do, they're just, in that scenario, they're not my favorite people. Okay, they're probably really great people. In fact, I know several car salesmen from, you know, because I'm not young anymore, and they're great people. But in that kind of line of work, that's just not my happy place. I'm not big on salesmen to begin with. So if anybody tries to sell me anything, I'm very much like, bye. And I get that that's what they have to do. I just kind of like to be by myself, do my own thing. And if I have questions, I'll ask you. Other than that, leave me alone. But my husband is very social and likes to kind of gauge where they're coming from, all that jazz. So yeah, anyways, we went and we looked at a few different, we went and looked at a few different cars last night, and I mean, it is what it is. I'm not exactly thrilled with the prospect of having to purchase a new car, but it is what it is. And so yeah, so now we're trying to figure out what we want to go with, because we did find a couple of options, and now it's just like, okay, what do we do? Where do we go from here? And stuff. So yeah, but last night he took me, and he could see on my face, he was like, we gotta get going, she's getting a little cranky, she needs to be fed. And as soon as we walked away, I was like, I'm hungry. And he's like, yeah, I can tell, what do you want to eat? So he went and fed me. And I was still, afterwards, I was still kind of in a sour mood. It's just not what I love to do. And so basically with our last vehicle, so we have a big Ford Transit van. With that one, he did all the research. He found a dealership that had one, and he basically said, hey, get everybody together. We're going to go test drive a vehicle. And I was like, oh, we are? And he's like, yeah, we're going to go test drive a vehicle. And I was like, okay, sounds good. That was the most perfect setup. We went and test drove it, and there was so low pressure on it. He actually went out and, looked at them, things like that. It was so nice. And I told him this time, I was like, that's kind of what you need to do. I will come along. I will test drive it. Like the least amount of interaction I need to have with a car salesman and a car dealership is going to just be better for us all. So yeah, we, that's how we did that. And after, we test drove it, 2 days later, we were taking it home. So that's kind of what I told him we needed to do. So chances are we probably won't pick up a vehicle until early next week, is probably what it's going to end up being like. And I'm fine with that. I am completely fine with that. I have no problems with having to do that. In fact, it kind of makes me a little bit happier that it's kind of going that way. Let me get through the weekend. I mean, kind of, quote unquote, like mentally prepare myself for this whole endeavor. But yeah, so it's just not the best timing for it all. But then again, when is it ever good timing? I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. Am I right? So, but we do need something that our oldest can start to learn to drive on, and that's a little bit more reliable, a little bit safer, because he does have to get nighttime driving hours. So, and the other vehicle, the vehicle that just died, the tinting on it is so bad that really, honestly, at night it's not a safe vehicle. So my husband doesn't drive it at night. I mean, it's like a last ditch thing if we're driving it at night. So, I mean, I guess in theory it is okay that it's happened right now, but it's just, once again, just not my favorite thing to be dealing with. So, okay, we're going to kind of just keep mimicking. So every other day, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday are all going to look the same. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday will look the same. How does that sound? I think that works pretty well. I haven't done it this way. Usually just kind of just mix and match and mash it up and everything. But as far as like the order and stuff, we're just going to make it all look the same. How does that sound? I think that sounds brilliant and wonderful. So, but yeah. So, other than that, nothing else is exciting. I mean, if you love car shopping, please send me your vibes. This is like way crooked and I am like struggling. I don't want to like stick my head under the camera, but at the same time I don't want to like shove the planner down so far that it's no longer in frame. You know, it's a delicate balance. So if you love car shopping, please send me all of your wonderful vibes. I could desperately need them in this entire endeavor that is about to embark. And yeah, please and thank you. Yay! All right. So after this, well, I actually have all of new releases up on the website. They're ready to be activated. So as of when you guys are watching this, the new releases will be up and activated. So I'm excited about that because yay, new releases. We love new releases. Okay, so, and then, yeah, I mean, I've just been churning and burning. It was so nice. So last week ended up taking some time off, spent it with my family and some friends. And then when they left, we, kind of just still chilled and, really took some time off, just kind of sat and watched, let's see. Yeah, let's go with the green. And kind of just watched shows and enjoyed each other's company and just kind of relaxed. And it was really nice. I mean, I did have intentions of like coming down and filming on Saturday, but like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday and I still wasn't filming it. I was like, yeah, it's just not going to happen. So I ended up doing all of my filming on following Sunday. I did end up having a daughter who was sick, so we weren't going anywhere anyways. But yeah. So I did so much work. Sorry, I kind of like was like, okay, where am I? Go figure, right? So took all that resting, and then that just really kind of recharged me to be in the office. And I've really actually gotten a lot done this week with still having to take, well, granted, I also took Tuesday, like Tuesdays are normally our days when we're at co-op. And since my daughter was still sick, we didn't go. So I was able to work that day. So that did kind of help. I think if I had been at co-op on Tuesday, I don't think I'd be as far ahead as I am. So I am like pretty gosh darn thankful for just that little, like, I don't want my daughter to be sick, but I am thankful that I did have that extra little bit of time on Tuesday to kind of get just a little bit ahead. And it's just going to make it easier for the weekend and into next week. So yeah, I'm like, I'm just charging forward, yeah, I mean, the days are getting shorter. No surprise. I don't like that. I don't like it when it gets so dark super early. That's not always my fun part, but it's okay. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, we're gonna kind of work a little bit differently. Okay, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna use this one on this day because I don't really want to have two shades of green next to one another. So I think this is what we're gonna do. And then that way we can put the full box there. Okay, yeah, we got this. We got this. Okay, so that'll be this one. Oh, have any of you guys, okay, so since this is like the kids' memory keeping and it just dawned on me, have any of you watched the new Goosebumps series that's on, I think it's on Disney Plus and Hulu is what I want to say. I know it's definitely for sure on Hulu. We have been watching it. So they released 5 episodes all at once, and then now they're starting tomorrow or today when you're watching it, they're going to start releasing an episode a week until it's done. And I love it. It's so much fun. Then again, I grew up on Goosebumps, so anything, like I've read so many of the Goosebumps books. My kids have read so many of the Goosebumps books. We've watched the movies. Like, it's just one of those things. I really, really, really love it. So my kids were very much, when they saw this, they were like, we have to watch it. So we've been watching an episode a night. We started on Monday night. I think we did start it on Monday night. Anyways, it's so much fun. Oh my goodness. It is so fun. It is engaging. I love it. It's humorous. It's just, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's just so far. I think we got done with episode 4. Yeah, that would have had to have been episode 4. Nor was that episode 3. Oh my goodness, now I can't even remember. I'm not in charge of the remote, so I can't remember anything and stuff. But the kids have been cooking popcorn every night. They are, which just cracks me up. They're cooking popcorn every night, and we're all sitting on the couch, and they've got their extra cushy chairs going on, and we've all got blankets, and the dogs are just sitting there. And now you guys know that I have a pug, right? Well, we're sitting there in the dark, and I look over and I see this shape off to the side, and I couldn't tell exactly what it was. And I was like, is that the cat? Is that like a hoodie? Like, what is it? And then it twitched, and luckily everybody was around me and nobody else was getting freaked out, so I didn't totally freak out. But I almost sat there and screamed because this dog was standing there in the blind spot of my vision, because it was so dark, because you had the light coming off over here and you had light coming back here, but where he was and the mask, it was pitch black. And I was just like, and I couldn't make out that it was actually him, and he twitched, and I was like, oh, that little beast. And I know he was staring at me. And that he was like, yeah, I know he was staring at me and just like, I got you. But I was like, I was like, Mojo, get out of there. Get out of the corner. And my husband's looking at me like, why all of a sudden are you doing it? I didn't tell him last night that the dog kind of spooked me, because, I don't need anybody else to, I'm telling you guys now. But my kids don't watch my YouTube channel, so they'll never know. And my husband one day might find out. But the dog scared me. Oh, so annoying. So annoying, that dog scared me. But it's heightened, it's exciting. It's not scary at all. The movie is not scary at all. Or the show, I should say, is not scary at all. But it is fun. Every single episode so far has ended on a cliffhanger. So I will warn you about that. And you're just like, okay, we need to do more. And my kids are like, can we watch another one? And we're like, nope, it's bedtime. And they're like, no. And I'm like, ha 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 ha. Insert evil mom laugh. And I'm like, you guys can learn some patience. You can wait until tomorrow to watch it. But yeah, I think it was episode 3. So I think we've watched 4 episodes. It ended on such a cliffhanger that even I was like, no way, that can't end like that. We need to watch this. Let's get going. Okay. So let's see. How how did I do last month's sidebar? I don't remember. It's been so long. Okay. I did the feeding time. What about October's? I don't remember how I did October's. Oh, feeding time. Okay, so has that been my track record? Feeding time. With all of the ones that I've been doing with the kit, with this. Oh, that was shenanigans. Okay, so we'll stick with the feeding time. I think that is pretty safe and accurate. That's how I've been doing it for the past what, 3-4 months now. So let's stick with what works. I think that will be an a-okay thing. And then a couple of habit trackers. So, but yeah, it's like I said, it's so much fun, so campy, not scary. And if you grew up in the 90s and you read Goosebumps, you'll love it. You'll love it. It's such a great twist on such classic stories. Like, I like how they've kind of modernized it and everything, which normally I'm not a fan of. Normally not a fan of them modernizing some of the stuff from, you know, my childhood. But this one is not bad. Not bad at all. So I'll give it an A-. Maybe a B+. I don't know. When the series is over, I'll let you know what I fully give it. But as of right now, it's at like an A-, B+. You know. Okay, so let's do this guy right here for the week that it's going to be, and we are done. All right, let's open it up. Let's take a look-see-poo at how it turned out, and it is the perfect spooky spread in my opinion. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. This was so much fun. And in fact, I have another spooky Christmas kit coming up, so it is going to go in this month. And that got released here today when you're watching this video. So that's up, yes. But this one most definitely has my heart. So thank you for sticking with me throughout this entire year and having a year of horror. And if it's something you want to do next year, well, the stuff is up in the shop. So we bundle it all together. So just so you know, it's all bundled together. We take 30% off of that retail price, which is something that I don't normally ever do. I don't do discounts that steep. So this is something that is a labor of love, and I want you guys to enjoy it as well. So you can expect to see it 30% off of its retail value, and that will be automatic in the shop. So like no additional coupons or anything, and then shipping, and you're good to go, and you can order it with other things. So, all right, you guys, I am going to get this all cleaned up, and I'm going to head back into the office and finish the last few things that I need to get done for the day. And yeah, that's what I got. So you guys have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys next week in my next video. Bye now.